While Harpsy is focused on checking the codes on the terminal, Welrod and Ruche are watching the surveillance feed from level 2 on the monitor. At the sight of her own portrait of the deceased, Welrod crosses her arms and scoffs in distaste. Don't let it bother you? Harpsy said as much. It's all randomly generated. You saw how odd I was? Don't be ridiculous. You think I'd be bothered by that poor facsimile of me? I'm actually more curious about who's behind the design that made me exist in big data in such a disrespectful way. You're totally stamping your feet, yet you still won't admit you're angry? Don't worry, Vivi and the rest of us won't tease you about it. Who's scared of being teased? All I'm saying is the random function of the plugin could use some optimization. Oh. What is it now? They got killed by invaders again. Welrod turns around and snickers when she sees the "you died" on the screen. Our poor players. One constantly hesitates out of cowardice. The other is lazy and complacent. This outcome couldn't be more predictable. Huh? But I think they're already working really hard. Wait, it's Harpsy. Okay. No, something's wrong. Harpsy's muttering interrupts the conversation. A bout of frantic typing follows. Ruche and Welrod exchange a look, then walk up to Harpsy. What is it, Harpsy? What's wrong? There's some kind of anomaly in the data. The code that determines the traps is a bit different from what I wrote. It got overwritten. Oh, so that's why they didn't recover all the loot? But who would overwrite the code? I don't know. Harpsy's input triggers pop-up windows on the screen, each bearing a large red cross that flashes continuously. Even Ruche and Welrod, who know little about programming, can tell that this means that Harpsy's attempt to overwrite the code has failed. I can't do it. The editing permissions are completely locked. I cannot make any changes. Who on the outside could possibly bypass my access permissions? They are in the Elmo, right? So why is someone attacking them? Dear? No. Could it be a virus? But I wasn't connected to any external network when developing and running the program. Don't let this distraction befuddle you, Harpsy. I think it's time for the two dolls lost in their fantasy of playing Guardians to wake up from their dream. Alright, I'll contact them and tell them to disconnect from level 2 right away. Harpsy clicks the comms button on the terminal, but the error pop-up appears on the screen again. Comms are jammed. Jammed? Anything else that seems out of the ordinary? Let me see. Harpsy types away on her keyboard as rows upon rows of text scroll down the terminal screen. Harpsy knits her brows. The traps aren't the only thing that got overwritten, even the neural data. Neural data? Every time they die, they lose a certain portion of their neural data. The data flow is untraceable. It could be some kind of virus. At this rate, the virus will completely take over the neural modules. What? Stay calm, will you? Don't sabotage yourselves by panicking. Harpsy, can you handle the virus? I don't know. I tried to trace it, but the virus is probably capable of hiding its tracks. So I cannot issue a command to terminate the program either. What should we do? Unfortunately, panicking won't help you trace the data flow either. Calm down, Harpsy. You are one of the creators of this module and plug-in. No one knows it better than you. To be fair, Deer probably knows it better than me. But if we ask Deer for help, Kluke will also find out. The cat ears on Harpsy's head droop instantly, probably at the thought of Kluke. I know Kluke is scary, but Vivi and Mekti's safety is more important here. I know. It's not like I don't care about their safety. Seeing that Harpsy is on the verge of tears, Welrod bends down and rests her hands on Harpsy's shoulders. She looks directly into her eyes. If you're certain you cannot solve this issue on your own, then get in touch with Deer. Taking responsibility is indeed a daunting prospect, but remember, you are not alone. Welrod's firm hands may have steadied Harpsy's nerves a little. She tries to collect herself and nods frantically. Sorry, Harpsy, I was also a bit beside myself, so I just blurted that out without thinking. No, I shouldn't keep hesitating. Alright, save the self-reflection for later. Now let's get moving. Walrat claps her hands. Harpsy, contact Deer. Ruche, send a message to the Commandant Clucate to explain the situation. Fessing up ourselves should spare us from the worst of the storm. Okay. Got it.